した申請が多いな。
Hi guys.
すべて却下しておくとしよ
う。Are you done? I'll hide them. Okay, bye. Alright, so welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, this feels like a lot of technical issues and sometimes other things that I have to catch on in real life. So I apologize for the long delay in posting for the next hour Genshin theology. So yeah, as promised, I will cover up for our next issue, not necessary issue though, but just discussion on international relation theory that been applied in Genshin Impact, which is namely the Sumeru system. So one thing for sure that I would like to share why based on from my title, why I connect Sumeru and also Monarchy. How do I say? Okay, do you guys remember the Archon event where Nahida were being she's hugging the Rukadeva, the former ruler of Sumeru, and then there's a tree behind them. So basically I'm not talking either the tree itself or the hugging itself. I'm talking about both. So in my perception, in my thoughts, also it's because of the some proverbs that say about the connection of a strong, how do I say that, strong state, the connect, and also the connection between citizens, the subjects, and also the ruler. The second one, the relationship between the ruler and also the citizens, which is in Malay proverbs, if I'm not mistaken, when I was in high school, my teacher used to share with this. I think not just the Malay proverbs, but probably in proverbs inspired by Arabian. I think, if I need to check that, double check. Sorry. So here's the thing. The main point is, trees could be represented as the strong relationship, not just strong, but a fundamental relationship between the ruler and also the citizens. And that's one thing. What happened in Sumeru, how the act taken by the ruler can be impacting the citizens, and whatever that being goes on with the citizens, the subjects can, affecting the upper ups position, stableness, and such. So it goes both ways. That's one thing about the tree. Second thing is about hereditary. So that this one is connected to the scene on how Rukadeva hugging Nahida at that time. So when it comes to tree, do you guys familiar with the word family tree? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So even in royal decree, they have this sense of family tree, meaning that when it comes to passing down their power, passing down their roles and responsibilities, usually among the families. And by families, just does not necessarily restricted to between the siblings, mother and daughter, or father and son. Usually goes that way. But if neither of the family befits for that role, they might as well go outside from their small circle, family circle, to to the extent of the cousins, the uncles, and whoever have possessed strong background for to be the next ruler of the state, something like that. So that's why I call the branch of the tree itself. And then those are shown by how Rukadeva literally hugging, but she's not just hugging, she's actually literally passing down the roles and responsibilities of the ruler of Sumeru to Nahida. Interesting part is how they use the same shape of character between Rukadeva and Nahida. It feels like, am I looking at the mirror? but still using the different name like Rukadeva and also Nahida. That also can be subtle hints of connected to the family tree, family branch. That well, they're both like families, maybe like sisters, or perhaps like mother and daughter. They come from the same tree, the same family, and it was about time for them to pass down the traditions, the necessary responsibilities for the next generation in Sumeru. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Okay, so back to the monarchy. The real thing that we're about to discuss here. Okay, let's take a little bit. So monarchy is actually a political system based upon the undivided sovereignty or ruler of a single person. The term applies to states in which supreme authority is vested in an individual ruler who functions as the head of state and who achieves his or her position through hereditary, like what happened in Rukadeva to Nahida just now. And also that one is Genshin Impact examples, mind you. So for the real life example here, we can look at what happened in United Kingdom, like how Prince, I forgot that prince's name, but I know that he's married to Camilla, while Princess Diana says and those are the things that the thing is the fact that their rules, when they are being crowned, automatically you could say that their words, their power are absolute for their states, meaning that although they do have parliament, they do have prime minister as a middleman between the subjects and the royal decree, they need to consult with the king as well, like for most important parts, commissions and stuff. So different states that practice monarchy has different style of exercising the monarchy. So here's the two main types. I'm not sure if there's more, but there's two mainly types here. So we have absolute monarchy and constitutional monarchy. So constitutional, alright, let's have a seat here. Penat pula diri. We cannot sit here. Okay, we can. Okay. Yeah, with a bunch of books. Okay. So for constitutional, it's a bit different. Constitutional monarchy is different. Why? Because they do have this same position as being the ruler of the states. The ruler of the states just seem like absolute, but when it comes to certain matters that need to tend, they have limitations. I mean, like comparing to the absolute monarchy, constitutional monarchy also have their parliamentary to assist them, to connect them with the citizenships regarding whatever issues that involve in the internal affair, mostly. However, when it comes to most of the internal affairs, not all, those are being limited. They only be exercised, literally be exercised by the parliamentary. I mean, that's one thing. And then, but that doesn't mean that they're trying to neglect their state. They're not trying to abandon, like just enjoy the life of royals. No, don't get me wrong there. Don't get your thoughts wrong there, because they do actually have their own positions and roles. It's just that it's like in a glimpse of subtle signs, and in a certain times that they actually take action there. You could say that how do I say that their roles are very much important, not just a symbol of sovereign for the external powers to respect our state, but also the fact that during emergency times, we have COVID-19, right? So it's considered as like emergency, like in Malay we call it darurat, but in English we call it emergency. But I do hope they understand what it means by emergency. It means that we're in very peak of time to desperate for assistance, for guidance from the parliamentary to what we should do. Should we stay indoors and stuff, about the life of the citizens under the laws and such. So that is when the royal, the king, the queen, give out their order on their situations, and also the thing that need to be done by the citizen at that time. Do we need to, for example, like decisions like, do we need to stay indoor during the COVID-19, or are we supposed to migrate for the safety of our